1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hi, my name is Arlie Bolon. How many of you text and drive? I know when you're driving, you see your phone light up because you know you got a text message from your friend and you can't help but read it. Well, I'm guilty of this. As you know, texting and driving has become a huge issue among teenagers and young adults. Many claim that it's easy to text and drive, but they do not know the facts. Well, according to textingandDrivingSafety.com, text messaging takes your eyes off the road for at least 5 seconds, and the risk of an accident is 23 times stronger. And in 2011, there was 1.3 million accidents. Well, I myself have had many accidents of crashing I've many close calls of crashing while I was driving, because due to me texting while I'm driving. Well, thankfully, I'm alive and healthy, and nothing bad had happened. A lot of this happened because we have the confidence to drive. We think we can keep the phone next to the windshield, or it'll only take a couple seconds to send a message or read a message while driving. But little do we know that in a couple seconds you could hit a little child, or crash into another car, or just cause manslaughter. Well, in a story from KTVB.com, a lady named Ashley Zuberman from Idaho had her life changed in the blink of an eye. She was on her way to work when she was texting her husband, "I love you and have a good day," when she drove into oncoming traffic, which caused her to be paralyzed from the waist and below. So now she's in a wheelchair, paralyzed, and she's raising a young daughter who tells her from time to time that she wants to play with all her friends because they have legs, but she wants to wait for her mom because she's patient and loves her. Well, now Ms. Zuberman has to live with that for the rest of her life, but she feels that through hard physical therapy she'll get back to walking, and this happened for a reason, because she wants to help prevent any accidents like this, like texting and driving. Well, there are many things we can do to prevent texting and driving. From this picture, this is a map of the United States, and here's from the yellow dots, it says 10 states plus Washington, D.C. prohibits all drivers from using handheld cell phones. And from the green dots, 32 states and Washington, D.C. have prohibited novice drivers from using cell phone use. And from the blue dots, 39 states plus Washington, D.C. has prohibited all drivers from text messaging. So you can tell there's many prevention programs, including the government, that have tried to stop texting and driving. But there's also other ways to stop texting and driving. Parents need to lead as examples. For example, teens and parents can make a text-free pledge where the teenager will sign a contract made from the parents that says they will not text and drive until they've reached their location. But not only do parents need to be role models, so do us young adults. Because when we're, whether it's for a younger brother, nephew or niece, or a little cousin, if they see us driving and we're texting, they're going to think it's cool because we're a role model to them. But we can't be a bad example to the younger generation. There have also been a lot of social media to prevent texting and driving. For example, those AT&T commercials where you see where people have died or people have been paralyzed, just like Ms. Zuberman. There's also a lot of anti-texting and driving campaigns and websites. For example, from readsdad.org, as well as the Twitter account @DriveSafely. So there can be some negatives to prevention programs like the pledge, because teenagers even though they may sign the pledge, they might not withhold it, and they may still text and drive. But parents just need to do their best to lead as an example and remind them reasons what can happen when texting and driving. For example, the 5 sec, your eyes are kept off the road for just 5 seconds, is still 23 times more of a risk of a car accident. And you can remind them that in 2011, there's 1.3 million accidents. And no one wants to end up like Ms. Zuberman. Even though it's a tragic story, we can all prevent that from happening. So please, do not text and drive. You can wait. Any questions?
Yeah, can you go to jail for texting and driving?
No, you cannot go to jail for texting and driving, but texting and driving can cause manslaughter, like I said earlier. So that can lead you going to jail. You?
Is being on the phone in general just as dangerous as texting and driving?
Yes. Whether it's talking on the phone, whether it's searching websites or anything, but texting is the worst. But a lot of people recommend getting a Bluetooth website headset to prevent any accidents. You?
Even though everyone knows like the repercussions, why do you think they still do it?
A lot of it's a lot of young people that do that because they're confident in their skills because they're young. They think they can text and drive. Like I said, or they can put the phone next to the windshield. They're thinking they can see both the phone and the road, but